How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Psychonauts 2, and in today's episode we are going to a very strange and spooky graveyard. As you can see, we are in the woods. By the fact that I have figments as a collectible, how do you trigger this? I know there's a button to trigger the collectibles on the screen. Is it down?
I don't want to use the thought tuner while I'm inside a mind. I'm surrounded by so many stray thoughts, it might explode.
It's L3.
You know,
that brings
a really
up
loud sound.
all the prompts on the screen. So you can see the figments are 20. So I don't know where the fuck all my money went, but whatever. We're inside the graveyard. Last episode I was discussing whether this skull is a reference to something or not. It kinda looks like a skull from Sea of Thieves or from Medieval, but I'm not sure. Like it's missing the lower jaw, like Sir Daniel was. That's a grave of a memory vault. Are memory vaults living beings? They're kinda cute. It'd be funny if it, like someone had one as a pet. Oh my god, blackberries. I mean blueberries. I love blueberries. They're my favorite berries. Never mind, raspberries are better. I just like berries, I guess. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's a chase sequence I didn't expect it. Look, guys, it's a comb. Is it? Should I be running on my ball? That'd make me faster, but it's figments to collect. Look, it's a Crash Bandicoot style chase sequence and we jump into a grave.
Agent Cruller,
how lovely.
I'm getting less sure I want to see this.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You don't want to be traumatized.
See this at all.
Man, Fort Crawler buried me alive. What the fuck is wrong with him? It's crazy. Can't be trusted. We got a chase scene when we ran away from a comb, leading me to believe that perhaps I did the Ford levels out of order. Like perhaps I should have done. Perhaps I should have done the hair salon level first, the last. I done it first. Perhaps I should have done it last. But then what's the order? Bowling alley, where we find out that Ford and Lucretia were a couple. And then we go to the mail room where we found out that she helped in a war. And I guess then finally we go to the hair salon where we find out nothing really interesting. Oh, I wish I had some kind of wind ability to blow these away. I was discussing that. What powers could they bring back in Psychonauts 3? I mean, I thought, like, why is invisibility gone? It's not like it was completely useless. It was useful
Ford,
for puzzles.
What's the deal with the Deep Six treatment?
I did what I had to
6.
do. I loved her.
Deep
after
9.
all.
Wait, what?
Deep Space
Someday
69.
when you fall in love, you'll understand.
Alright, that was kind of stupid. That was meant to be all creepy and weird because we're still inside Fort Crawler's mind, but he's just acting fucking weird in it. He's being all cryptic, that's what I don't like. Why is he not being honest with me while I'm like his trusted fucking psychonaut? Also, this is my favorite figment in the game. His name is motherfucking, I don't know.
Ford, what's going
Do
on
I still level
here?
up every
What
couple
did
of
you want me to
figments I
see?
collect?
I couldn't
think I
let her
do.
go free.
Every
She
90
was a
or
danger to
something?
the world, even though it was the world that made her dangerous.
Lucretia? Where is she?
Safe. She's safe. Well, she was. We all were. Huh. Not anymore.
See, in the mailroom level, last episode, we found out that Lucretia was responsible for crimes in Grulovia. But then it seems like the hair salon level implied what actually happened, where she flooded a bunch of peaceful protesters, and she fucking killed them all. Because she was, you know, told by the Grulovian government or the Tsar to do it. Even though they call him a Tsar in this game. Maybe Tsar's copyrighted. I hear a boingo boingo sound effect. Is it the stupid fucking tag? Why the fuck are there sharks? What do sharks have to do with anything in this level? I think I can just run away and I don't need to look at all this shit. I could have just flown all the way down.
Look, Ford,
why would I want to
whatever
miss out
I'm
on an
supposed to
important
know,
plot?
Just spit it out.
I had to hide her from the world because they'd never forgive her. And I had to hide her from me because I'd never forget her.
Where? Where did you hide her?
She's with family.
Whose family? Her family? That's right. She's with her family. Half a mind dancing over there. See, I would have missed out on that. I wouldn't be able to upgrade myself. Maybe there's a boss fight here. Well, this level seems awfully short if it's the case. So, Fort Crawler hid Lucy. That's what he did, right? He hid her with her family. But what's about to be revealed made me go from, man, this game's fun platformer to like, man, this is just a fucking great game overall. It's not just a fun platformer, the story's fucking brilliant too. Slow down, buddy. Oh my fuck, oh, it's a coffin shark, that's funny. Kinda cool too. I almost fucking fell off a shark and didn't grab the one thing I meant to grab. Could have fallen a bit faster. Never mind, the cutscene triggered. We're falling in a grave. The grave of Maligula.
No, 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 not again!
Nah, I'm buried again. OrosZ is gonna be so fucked up. This is the most messed up part. Check this out. We got up, and all of a sudden the level takes place inside a coffin. That's fucking freaky, isn't it? In it, mate.
Who's that?
Kinda
That's
cheeky,
your
in it.
grandparents, Laszlo and Morona. They drowned in the
Laszlo.
Palermo Dam disaster, remember?
What? No. Grandpa Laszlo died there, but Grandma made it out and came to live with my father.
No, Raz, she didn't.
Ford, I just saw her today.
Today, that
No,
was a couple of
you didn't.
episodes ago. So, what the fuck is Ford talking about? My grandma is not my grandma. Then who is she? That was perfectly timed music there. So apparently my grandparents, who were both leading the protests that Maligula was made to stop, she was forced to, not like she was made to stop those protests and that alone. In the process, she ended up flooding, like a dam broke and flooded a bunch of people. And my grandparents died in the process. Even though Raz believed that only his grandfather died.
With Maligula?
She was defeated but alive. I snuck her away from the
So
others
she didn't
and
die.
brought her back to the Gulch.
That's why earlier in the game where they say that her grave was found empty, that's because it was never filled with anything to begin with. Because Maligula was alive as well
That's
this
it.
entire
I
time.
think I've collected every figment in this mind.
I don't know if you wanted to. They were all like skulls and shit.
In the Astrolathe, one of Otto's inventions, created to make permanent alterations to the psyche.
That's a
And
dangerous
they used it
machine.
to isolate and neutralize the part of her psyche that was
A murderer?
problematic. And I had my Lucy back.
Man, Fort Crawler is kind of fucked up now. Like he alters people's memory. I guess he altered a person who went evil memory and he just simply tried to make them good again. But still, it's a little bit fucked up to do. Don't you think? Also, this device looks very fucking nice. It's like you drill into someone's brain. We do use it later in the game and just like
But I
shoots
knew the
lasers.
world would never forgive her. So I had to hide her somewhere safe.
Where, Ford?
It was to being cryptic with me. The textures get loaded.
No.
He hid her
Hid
with...
among her family, Rasputin. among your family.
What the
No,
fuck?
no!
I projected memories and feelings on your father so he would accept her.
All of a sudden, my family is an important
Except
part of this
Maligula?
entire
Yes,
plot.
as your grandmother.
Holy shit.
No!
You know what we saw in the last episode? How Maligula held a picture of her and her sister. Maligula is not my grandfather. I mean, grandmother. My grandmother is Maligula, but she's not my grandmother. She's my, like, great aunt. Who was altered psychologically by Ford and Otto.
Let
And
me
he was
go!
and was made, you know.
I know you're mad.
My great aunt killed my grandma. And so you made us babysitter for 20 years?
Yeah, exactly.
Now look,
Raz summarized
spring
it
this
better than
news
I
on your
could.
family now, their memories will unravel, and there's no telling how they'll react.
So?
They might try to kill her. If Lucretia is attacked, if she feels the need to defend herself, that dark spirit could reawaken inside her. Maligula really could rise again.
Man, Ford, you really fucked up. That's just so
You're
messed
right
up.
to be mad, Rasputin. I was young. I made a terrible mistake.
That
But
means
we
that
need to
Ford
deal with
Crawler,
that
the original
after we get
Psychonaut,
control
is
of this
kind of part of my
incredibly dangerous
family.
situation.
He's like the boyfriend of my grandma. He's my grandpa.
She's not there.
Almost feels like Raz was
Probably
destined to
wandered
be a
off into the
Psychonaut
woods
anyway.
again. She keeps doing that.
I know where she's going.
We're really close to the end of this game.
Psychonauts
I'm
started out here, in the
not
heart
sure
of
if
the
we want to actually
forgetful
beat it this
forest.
week.
There's a compound deep in these woods, protected from intrusion by psychic devices, traps, and illusions. I think Lucy's trying to get in, trying to go home. Remember, mad later, mission first. Now stick close. I'll show you how to get through.
It's kind of cool that Ford is back to being normal, because I think this was in the questionable area. That wasn't still. We weren't still inside his mind. Also, for an old man, he tackled me to the ground and shit. We unlocked a new open world
Agent
area.
Cruller? I
What was
hope
it
I
called
didn't
again?
lose him in the woods.
He just wandered off. I kind of found it funny, his walking animation. These fucking fruit flies flying in my fucking room.
Wow.
Had to get up early today.
It's really all still here.
Sign some fucking documents
The
and
Green
shit.
Needle Gulch.
You know what? A whole week I've been,
So much
whole summer I've
history
been
here.
walking around in Hawaiian
I
shirts.
mean,
I
This
like
is where
Hawaiian
you
shirts all
assembled
of a
the
sudden.
team that would become the Psychonauts. This is where you first discovered Psytanium. Where Otto made his first psychoactive devices. Where Cassiopeia wrote her books. Where Helmut Fullbear workshopped his psychodicy. Where Bob Zanato and Compton Bull pioneered communication with plants and animals. And
Where it all started.
I mean, this is where it all began.
No, Raz. This is where it all ended.
What do you mean, you? At the moment, really sad old man. Permanently sad, perhaps. From a silly fucking old man in the first game. Crawled for Ford Crawler. Why am I keep calling him Crawled Faller? What's wrong with me? Can I go this way? There's a secret. Oh, it bounces me back here. I guess I meant to approach it from the other side. I love how every ladder in the game is like bended. It's kind of funny. Look, there's a dam in the background. I think it's a dam. Ooh, that's cool looking. We'll never get to go there though. I love the moon in this game. You know the reason the moon is shaped like that in real life, right? Because there is Earth in front of it and the sun is on the other side. So the Earth is casting shadow on its moon. What the fuck is casting that shadow? Unless this is just how the moon in this world is shaped. Which in that case, I think it could work like a boomerang or something.
Yep.
If the moon was shaped like that, it's fucking... The world would be fucking... much different. Oh, I didn't mean to fall off. I meant to fucking do a double jump. But Raz grabbed on with just one jump, and then I jumped off.
Phew.
Son of a bitch. So Raz is now mad at 4th Crawler. I kind of find that interesting because last game, you know, anytime 4th Crawler would show up, Raz would get all excited. It's the first Psychonaut. Like, even in the first game, it felt kind of strange that, you know, 4th Crawler seemingly, like, there's so many psychic kids at the camp, but 4th Crawler is talking to Raz, and Raz alone. He's not talking to other kids. It's like Raz, even though he wasn't supposed to be at the camp, he became like the chosen one, you know? Like, everybody liked him more than the other kids. Like, Sasha just allowed him to walk around his lab and they just talked to each other and shit. Became like friends and stuff. I think the only one that wasn't like propping Raz was Mila. Seems like Mila, every kid was fucking equally treated. But with other characters, it's like Raz was definitely fucking more liked.
What are you doing here?
Do you know where you are? What can you tell me about this place?
Now, if this is messing with you already, that all of a sudden our grandma turned out to be...
I used to keep the cinnamon over there.
You know what's funny? There's nothing in the game that, like, hints at your grandma not being the person she is.
Her old memories are coming back.
What's going to
Maybe
happen?
besides her
Listen,
design.
This compound, we got into some pretty far-out stuff here.
I've read
Damn.
about...
The kind of stuff they don't write about in true psychic tales, okay? We all pushed each other to go farther, to broaden our consciousness, to open every closed door in our minds. It made us defenseless, psychically. But we were in a safe place here. We had each other. Then her homeland was attacked. She insisted on helping. I begged her not to go in that condition, so vulnerable.
Oh, that's what she went
War brought
insane.
something out in her that should have been locked away.
Maligula.
After the deluge, I brought her back here and closed those doors again, with Maligula on the other side.
How?
With the astrolabe. A powerful tool we developed to make alterations to our psyches.
That doesn't
Now,
sound
who's
safe.
that in the
Now you
picture?
would
Is that
understand.
Ford?
It was an age of exploration. But you're right. We were messing with powers we didn't understand.
Ford could have bearded
Now,
that picture
I
instead
have
of a
to clean up
mustache like
this
he has in all the
mess.
other pictures.
But I'm not the psychonaut I used to be, Rasputin. I need your help.
What do you need me to do?
Also, I do
First,
find it funny
I
how
need you to
Grandma
go
is
to the
just
Heptadome and
still
prepare
acting like
the
herself, even
astrolabe.
though we just found out
I
all
stay
this fucked
here
up shit
to
about
keep a
her.
close watch on her.
When I first played it, I didn't expect the
right back,
Grandma to
Luna.
play any importance to the story. I thought she was just a funny old lady.
I knew I had some chewing tobacco hidden in here.
Shit's falling her fucking head.
I hate to interrupt, but
Is the astrolabe ready, Rasputin?
so this water curse on my family.
The more Lucy comes in contact with water, the more likely she is to remember bad things. So I used the astrolabe to give her an unnatural fear of water. She passed it on to your father, and he passed it on to you.
So there is no curse?
Rasputin, there's no such thing as magical curses. Please, this is science.
You cursed our family. You son of a bitch.
Does my dad know?
Your dad thinks this is his mother. He has no idea. It's his aunt. No idea that his mother has been dead for 20 years.
That's
but he
fucked
might
up.
remember the truth while we are performing the procedure, as Lucy remembers who she is.
I see a card in the background. It's one that I missed.
Why didn't you just turn Lucretia in to the authorities?
I knew that the real Lucretia was a good person, and would be fine if we could control the Maligula complex inside her. But I knew no one would ever believe that. They'd lock her up.
Why are they both
Which would just
shaking
make
so much?
Maligula more
Is it
angry
because they're old?
and more dangerous.
I don't know.
What you did to my family was wrong, Ford.
You're right, Rasputin. I was young, and I panicked. But that's no excuse. I just hope we can use the astrolabe to set things right for you and your family.
Fucked up. Now they're not shaking. They're only shaking when they're talking.
How are you going to use the astrolabe?
Years ago, I used it to seal the spirit of Maligula away. But she is still in there.
We're
With
talking
your help,
about all
I'm
this shit
hoping
right
we can
next to
bring it
her.
out and destroy it forever.
Also, does that mean like my grandma just remembered Fort Crawler this whole time? Why didn't she ever brought him up or anything?
No. Where is it again?
That way, in the Heptadome.
In the damn
Better get
Heptadome.
that astrolabe working.
That's
The
my boy.
Heptadome.
That's my boy.
Oh my god, Fort Crawler is my fucking grandpa, kind of. It's fucked up. And kinda cool, I guess. Can burn this shit, by the way. I don't know if I ever missed out on some secrets because I forgot this stuff burns. I might have. Thorn bushes. What's up with that? There's a stuff in there. Look, guys, an item
It's harmless
for
to
the
me.
scavenger hunt.
Sensing some stray thoughts around. Nope, that's not it.
I gotta put this away.
That thing was making my ears hot. Ugh. Can't leave this card lying around.
I feel the same when I record for a long time and I just have my headset
Okay.
on for a
Let's see
while.
if there are any stray thoughts. Getting closer.
Oh. Oh, come on. A missing plank. You fucking asshole. There it is.
Stray thoughts.
Fucking jackasses threw me in the fucking water. So if there is no curse, then why do I still die in water? How does that work? If there is no curse, why every time I get into water there's a hand that shows up? Just because my family has some unnatural fear of water doesn't mean that it's a fucking scientific explanation for the fucking hand that grabs me every time I go into water.
Yep.
I gotta fucking jump off.
Psychar.
Well, how is I? Oh, there we go. So check it out. Now you play through the first game and you fucking know all this shit.
Incredible.
Perhaps the first game even
This
hinted
is
at
where
stuff,
the first Psychonauts met.
but you would have never realized that until you played it.
And this
Second
must
one.
be the astrolabe.
Right in the middle. Because it's so nice to look at.
Well, I'll just turn this thing on then.
You can't, it's covered in thorn bushes. Psychic thorn bushes that are not nice.
Well, those
And
are
bees.
thick and thorny. Yikes. Okay, I'm gonna need a little help here.
I was talking about how last episode, how episode 11 went missing. Alright? So you can't watch episode 11 unless I go. But the problem is, if that was a level I missed, I would have to go back and replay it, because I couldn't just leave the game without an important fucking piece of the story. But in that episode, I just did like side stuff. So I just was like, well, maybe I don't need to go back and I can just fucking summarize what happened in that episode. Last episode is what I did. And funny enough, so if I wanted to go back and gain footage again, I would have had to go back and replay the entire game until I get to that
This
point.
is where they sat.
I'm gonna sit here too. I'm like a true psychonaut. Like even Sasha and Mila, who are like the psychonauts, right? I don't think they're as fucking.
I'm not touching that thing again until I get rid of the bees and vines.
Even they, I don't think fucking interact with like such important characters. Alright, we got a fuck ton of cards. Well, a fuck ton might be a little bit of an exaggeration.
Let's combine that Psycore with your card so you can rank up.
Why am I so fucking poor? Where'd my money go? Oh yeah, there's a pin that grants you... There's two important pins, to be honest, and I think they're actually the best ones to get right out of the bat. Which one is it? It's this one. Very important Psychonauts wear this special pin for discounts, automatic prices. They get all discounted by like 50%, so that's a big discount. And this one, Titanium is dropped at a double rate. So basically, if you get these two, you can just fucking get all of the rest ones really quickly. And honestly, if I knew that, I probably would have ignored all the other ones. I do like the one that boosts my damage. It's certainly very useful. But I feel like if you got those, I think those are even better to have. You know. It's another open area. This area kind of reminds me of the Asylum area in Psychonauts 1. Where it's like we're outside of the camp, and it's kind of a little bit more serious around here. It's like there's no friendly faces or anything.
What's a psycho-isolation chamber doing out here?
I was a bit when I first played this game, I was a bit disappointed that instead of like very unique characters like all the kids at the camp, you just get a bunch of like generic fucking employees of the Psychonauts.
Nope, that's not right.
That didn't fucking work. I gotta get a puzzle right? What are you, insane?
I think I got the order wrong.
Last time, recently I've been playing... See, I have a PS5 now, and I have a bunch of PS4 games on it, right? And I also had two PS4 controllers, which means that I can actually play a bunch of multiplayer games with two other people, which is pretty nice.
Created as therapy, later used to punish kids at summer camps.
Punish? Oh yeah, I think a kid got closed in there, right? Remember when you first go to the psychic isolation chamber, there's like a kid in there, and he's like, Bobby locked him up in there because Bobby was a dickhead.
Got a side card.
This beaver has an interesting perspective on the world. That's the wrong ability. That's the wrong ability as well. He's even looking slower. I just imagine how messed up would that... I got a key. How messed up would it be if, let's say, you were cursed, and your curse was to... Your eyes move twice as slower. Wouldn't that be pretty fucked up? I think it would. I think it would. I think I lost the footage of this episode. Actually, no, because we found out a bunch of fucking important shit in this episode. I can't lose footage of this one. See, every game, in my opinion, should just allow you to go into, like, all your save files. Like, every time it does an autosave, you should be able to just go back to the autosave. The game could have called it autosave, like the character auto, right? But you're auto-saving. He gives you an invention where you can reload the game from whichever save file you feel like, and it's called autosave. And then you could have some kind of weird in-universe explanation of how the fuck that works. You go back into your mind and you start over from a point of desire. Or something like that. Why are all the... Okay, I'm all fucking mixed up. I slow it down. Oh yeah, and we were playing Castle Crashers. Free player. A lot of fun. Oh jeez. Oh shit. See, I thought I'd grab onto the vines. I didn't. I fell in the water. Which, if I found out it's not even a curse, why the fuck does it still work? Stupid, I hate it.
Psychar!
Why you gotta be like that? Another
I'll bet
key.
this used to be Otto's workshop. Looks like it went out with a bang.
Don't know why he needed a workshop so fucking high. Oh, you son of a bastard. Flew right into a bomb and it fucking died. I wanna go up and finish the episode there. And then next episode, we're going to enter the mind of whoever is there. I don't wanna spoil it yet. Yeah, we played a lot. We played for like a couple of hours. We got stuck at the cat boss fight, a catfish. Funny enough, this is where when James and Mike Mondays were still a thing on YouTube, and they played Castle Crushers. This is also to the point where they got into, and that's where they stopped playing. And they had a problem where like they were playing together, right? And something fucking fucked up, and James, I think, lost all of his like progress on his character. So Mike was like level something, and James was under-leveled. Talking about James Rolfe and Mike Matei, about in case you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And then one of my friends left, and we were just two of us, and we were like, well, I don't want to play Castle Crashers and like get ahead, and then my friend might stay behind if we ever were to replay this game a little bit more. Got a Trifuss in the sky on the moon. You see that? There's like 3 stars next to each other. I think these stars are just randomly put on the sky. They don't represent anything. And what the fuck else? And then we played Sword of Ditto, which is like a roguelike RPG game, and we played it 2-player co-op, and it was very fun. Honestly, it was a lot of fun playing games with friends. Haven't hung out with friends in a while. And Overcooked is for free on PS Plus right now, so that's pretty neat too. So anyway, behind this door shaped like a leaf, also this is a glass house. Is that what this is called? A glass house? I think that's it. And there's a bunch of plants. Now, which Psychic 6 member was all about plants? You guys remember? Well, if you don't, it's Bob Zanato. Also, you know what? These two were here like all along. Like during the first game events, they were just sitting here. Like, where the fuck they like slept in a glass house? Fucking ate probably whatever grew up in it. And what? Didn't shower the entire time? Sounds pretty depressing. So anyway, see you fellas in the next episode. Bye.